Does anyone recognize that front? Remember when you guys watched that all the computers I've had in the past video, and the one picture that was really blurry and you guys couldn't really see it that well? Has that button up there, this floppy drive and that thing. This is the free computer that I won a long time ago. I sold this computer for 25 bucks to a little old lady. And guess what? I got it back a couple months later. There's nothing wrong with it really, like it was for a little kid. But they bought the Dell computer off me. It's the same person who bought that Dell from me. So now you guys get to see this computer a little bit more. Now that I got a better camera, and yeah, I got a better camera. But first, the reason why I haven't been making any videos lately for the past few days, it's because I had a canker sore inside my mouth near my cheek, and that canker sore was really sore. And the reason being that was from drinking pop and eating rice with barbecue sauce on it. You know, I can't live without having barbecue sauce on my rice. I just love barbecue sauce. And apparently barbecue sauce has acid in it, and the acid was basically causing my canker sore to act up. So for the past few days I've been putting salt in water and just drinking it down, and well, not drinking it down, but swooshing it in my mouth, and it tasted weird. I got a question for you guys. Have you guys ever owned a very old computer monitor, and once you leave it on for a certain amount of time it starts having this weird burning microchip smell? Like, if any of you have ever had that, well, trust me, when you put salt in water and when you stir it around and put it in your mouth and swoosh it around, you can taste that burning microchip thing. I know it sounds weird, but whenever I leave that Commodore 64 monitor on in there, it creates a weird burning microchip smell, and it smells really weird. Well, when I drink, well, I don't drink it, but when I put the salt water in my mouth, it tastes like the burning microchips. Although I've never tasted a burning microchip, and nor will I ever. But that's what it tastes like. I can smell it, and now I can taste it, and then the taste is very unpleasant. So anyway, back to this computer. I finally know what kind of computer it is. When I made the video about all the computers I've had in the past, I had no friggin' clue what this computer was. It's an IPC computer tower. It's a Pentium 1 computer. No, not Pentium 1. It says on the motherboard inside that this thing was manufactured in 2000. But it just says Intel inside. It doesn't act like a Pentium 1. It doesn't act like a Pentium 2 or 3. It acts like a Pentium 4 mostly. I don't know if this is a Pentium 4 computer, because the CPU is kind of weird looking. It's kind of like this thing here, this little cartridge CPU, but it's a whole lot different. It doesn't have this plastic surrounding on it. It does not have the metal grill on it. It shows the whole cartridge inside, and the weird thing is it has a heat sink on it, like a heat sink with a fan on it. And when you take the heat sink off, there's a CPU sitting right there, and you can just unlatch it and pull the CPU out. But this CPU looks like a AMD CPU. Like, it has this little square in the middle of it. I don't know, it looks like a Pentium 4. I'll show you guys when I'm done installing Windows XP again. Like, this computer is not bad. It has a 19 gigabyte hard drive, which is kind of weird. I've never seen a computer that looks this old to have something in there. It has a DVD, oh not DVD, a CD rewritable disk drive. What a score. And would you like to know how much RAM this computer has, folks? It has 512 megabytes. What a score for this old piece of crap. Like, this is the most awesomest, I don't know if I'm using proper English, but oh well. I'm just so excited. Like, this is the most awesomest computer I've ever had in my entire life. Well, it will never replace my Compaq Presario or my laptop. But this is the most, like, coolest computer I've ever gotten. Especially with 512 megabytes of RAM. Like, it's not every day that you get an old computer with that much memory installed in it. And it has one of the stupid doors that I hate on it. My Compaq tower in there, which is underneath the IBM monitor, has a stupid door that falls off when you bang your chair into it. This door, it seems really sturdy, it doesn't fall off. And it actually goes all the way over there, because it has this extra attachment over there that makes it move. And this is easy. When you want to put a new CD drive in there, put your finger in that hole and you just pull. The other one's over there somewhere it fell off. I opened the door and I got more. The little plastic thing fell out. So really, this computer isn't all that bad. It has three RAM slots in there. It has 3 RAM sticks inserted in there. And I checked the system information and it was 512 megabytes, but it didn't say what the CPU was. So I don't know what the CPU speed is. I don't know anything about the CPU yet. But yeah, it's not that bad. So this is the computer I wanted to show you guys that I won, but I was using a crappy quality camera back then. And another weird thing about this computer, it's completely made out of plastic. Like the whole frame around it's made out of plastic. That's made out of metal, obviously. I got shocked by that. Damn it. Another weird thing about this computer. Does anyone recognize those little dimples there? And you see that Dell? Well, let me show you what looks so weird about it. Oh. Gotta turn on the light. I knew I should paint this room a different color because it doesn't have much lighting. You see those dimples right there? Well, they look like holes, but if you see those dimples right there, and if you look at these dimples right there, looks like this computer was from a Dell company or something, because you know, like I used to have a Dell GX100, which was a newer model than that Dell up there, and it had these familiar dimples on the side. Although this computer wasn't manufactured from Dell, it was manufactured from IPC. I don't know if Dell or IPC were working together on this, because it looks like a Dell front on it, like the way this front looks like. They have a Dell computer tower, which is a GX100, and it looks the same as the GX100. I don't know. Very, very weird. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop recording now, and when this computer is all done and when I shut it off, I'll show you what the CPU looks like. Now, this CPU has 998 megahertz, so I'm guessing it's a Pentium 4 or Pentium 3, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm gonna unclip it. Try not to get the thermal paste off, because that's the most important part. And that's what it looks like, and it's so thin, it's not even thick. Like, I don't even know how many centimeters or millimeters wide this thing is, or I don't know. That's what it looks like. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice to get this thing back again. It runs just fine.